Have you ever considered how a seemingly permanent landmark might actually have changed and grown over time, becoming something far more complex than its initial design? It is easy to picture a historical barrier as a single and changing structure, yet some of the most famous ones have surprising stories of evolution. The Berlin Wall, the iconic symbol of Cold War division, was not a single static barrier but rather an evolving series of constructions, often described as for distinct generations, each more sophisticated and impenetrable than the last. From its humble beginnings as a hastily erected fence, it grew into a sprawling, multi-layered obstacle designed to prevent any escape from East to West Berlin. The initial construction on August 13, 1961, began with simple barbed wire fences and makeshift barricades, a desperate measure by East Germany to stem the tide of its citizens fleeing to the West. Within days, these temporary barriers were replaced by more substantial structures, marking the first concrete version. This quickly escalated into a more robust, second-generation, wall featuring concrete slabs and additional barbed wire. The driving force behind these constant upgrades was the East German government's increasing paranoia about its population's defection, viewing every successful escape as a propaganda victory for the West and a severe threat to its very existence. They continuously adapted and improved the wall in response to escape attempts, plugging every perceived weakness. The third generation introduced prefabricated concrete sections, often topped with smooth pipes to make climbing impossible, alongside guard towers, anti-vehicle trenches, and fortified checkpoints. This stage saw the integration of more sophisticated security measures, transforming the wall into a complex system of obstacles. Understanding these evolving versions helps us grasp the sheer desperation of the East German regime and the extraordinary lengths people went to in their attempts to escape. It paints a clearer picture of the Cold War's human cost and the escalating tension between East and West. By tracing its physical development, we can better appreciate the psychological impact it had on the divided city and its inhabitants, who woke up one day to find their lives irrevocably altered by a wall that kept getting stronger. The final, most infamous version, known as Grenzmauer 75 or Border Wall 75, was a formidable system of concrete segments, each 3.6 meters high and 1.2 meters wide, often reinforced with steel bars. This, fourth generation, wall was not just a single barrier but part of a much larger, intricate border system. This system included an inner wall known as the Hinterlandmauer, a wide death strip filled with anti-vehicle obstacles, tripwires, and watchtowers, and then the main outer wall facing West Berlin, the Vordermauer. This massive complex also featured patrol paths, floodlights, 24-hour surveillance, and even runs 4 guard dogs, turning the border into an almost insurmountable obstacle. It was designed to create an almost sterile zone, leaving no place for human error or mercy. So, recognizing the Berlin Wall as a dynamic, ever-developing structure, rather than a single and changing entity, offers profound insight into the relentless nature of the Cold War. It highlights how a swift political decision manifested into an increasingly sophisticated physical division, continuously reinforced to crush human freedom, ultimately becoming a powerful symbol of oppression until its dramatic fall.